Welcome to another episode of Giving Flowers. And our first female of this series of Giving Flowers will be Natalya. I remember, now I just had to do some research on Natalya because there were certain things I forgot and some things I didn't even know, but um, things I remember, Heart Dynasty and all that shit. But one of the reasons why I put her in this, because Natalya has been with the WWE for years, longer than what I even remember. I thought she was only here to 2009 because I remember her with the Heart Dynasty and shit, and I remember the 2010 WrestleMania. That's what I remember her really, but I didn't know she was around since 07, and she was in Ohio Valley Wrestling, FCW, and all that. She started 2000, so she's been wrestling for years. You know what I'm saying? But Natalya comes from an era where women's wrestling was not taken serious. It was still hypersexualization of the women, which is nothing wrong with that. But she comes from a time where like being a good wrestler as a woman really didn't mean much. You know what I'm saying? So for her to still be around and she's still around today, and hell, that says a lot about her as being dependable, being reliable, as a source of somebody that they depend on. I don't really care about her resume. She was world champ before, Divas champ. She was SmackDown Women's champ. I don't really care about all this. She was tag team champ with Tamina. But none of that really means anything. No, did she live up to a Charlotte Flair standard or anything? No, but that don't mean anything to me. Natalya is the reason why Charlotte Flair and a lot of girls got over. She's like the unsung She's one of the unsung heroes of the Divas Revolution, the women's revolution. She's like the one you didn't see behind the scenes, and she's the one that helped a lot of people get over. I remember the first match I seen with Charlotte Flair that made me a fan of Charlotte Flair was in 2014 at NXT. She had a match against Natalya. That match was really good. And I was surprised on Natalya part. I was trying to see what this Charlotte Flair girl was about. And yes, Natalya made her look like $1 billion, like she always been doing for years, and she's still doing it. And obviously that's why she get a lot of respect from her peers, and you see it all over Twitter and everything, like Instagram. Everybody love Natalya. I mean, how can you not? She just seemed real cool, real laid back, real professional. And I personally love Natalya. Like, I got a mad crush on her. She's so fucking fine. 42 and look 22. You know what I'm saying? Uh, wow. But anyway, like Natalya, man, she's one of those people that don't get credit, really. You know what I'm saying? And she doesn't get the credit she genuinely deserves. Is she gonna be in the Hall of Fame? Of course, she gonna be in the Hall of Fame one of these days. She ain't hanging up the boots. She still got time on her, because she still look great. She's still in shape. You know what I'm saying? So will Natalya ever be world champ again? I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind seeing a heel Natalya. I think there's so much potential in a heel Natalya. I just don't know why. Well, WWE tried it before, but it's always been just stupid shit they did with her, like the passing gas gimmick. And it was always just stupid shit they did with Natalya. I just never understood that. Natalya to me has so much like talent she never got to display. But regardless of all that, how her booking was and all that other shit, I think Natalya's great. And Natalya definitely deserved her flowers, and Natalya is a legend, a living legend. Regardless if she's not considered a legend, regardless she's not considered one of the four horsewomen, she's one of the unsung members. The you could say the honorary member of the four horsewomen. So it's really five horsewomen because those four horsewomen probably wouldn't have made it without Natalya on the low. And there's always going to be people like that helped the next generation without being seen or even wanting credit for it. Obviously, she don't care to have that credit. She's proud of what she obviously done behind the scenes and what she's done for these girls because she's a part of that and she knows she's a part of that. She comes from a time, like I said, where being a good wrestler, being a good in ring, and being a serious like wrestler. She reminded me a lot of Alundra Blaze. She kind of got that before Alundra Blaze became Medusa a little bit, but she kind of got that about her, that seriousness. She got that old school, that throwback of uh what's his name? Was it Alundra Blaze and the great not the great Muda, Fabulous Muda and shit like that. She kind of got that, and she's the female of the Hart Foundation. The daughter of Jimmy Anvil Neidhart, and so she has a hell of a lineage in the business. She's wrestling royalty for sure, and but Natalya to me is always been great. I'm always intrigued to see her. No matter, I already know most of the time she's just enhancement, but I don't really care. She's one of those people I just personally enjoy, and I'm always rooting for her. So like, if Natalya ever did become world champ one more time in her career, I would be happy for her. I would pop for that. I'm glad I got to watch live shows, and I was actually live in the building and got to see Natalya perform. So that was great to see that at least once in my life. Uh, but yes, Natalya is greatness, and she deserves her flowers. So that's all I really got to say about Natalya. She deserves her flowers, and she's a pure gold. She's greatness, and a lot of people need to recognize that a lot more. Comment below who you else you think deserve their flowers and all that other good shit. Like, share, dislike, uh, subscribe. We are out.